Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi there. So I'm Khairatunnisa. You can call me Khaira for short. My student ID number is 250190 and 21. I'm from class NK1 2025. English Literature from the Faculty of Language and Art, University State of Padang. I made this video for project assignment with Miss Leni Marlina SSMA on intermediate listening subject. So in this video, I will talk about English TOEFL test, especially listening section. So let's just get started to the video. Alright, let's start from the introduction first. TOEFL listening section is designed to test how well you can understand spoken English in situations like university life. In this section, you will listen to conversation, for example, between students or campus staff, and lectures, like a professor explaining a topic in class. And after listening that, you answer the questions based on what you heard. This section measures three main skills, such as basic comprehension, like understanding the main ideas and important details. The second, pragmatic understanding. This means recognizing the speaker's attitude and level of certainty. And the last one is connecting ideas. This means combining different pieces of information in the listening. There are some types of questions in TOEFL listening section. The first one is called GIS content and GIS purpose. So what is the difference between them? GIS content is ask you to identifying the main ideas or topic in the conversation or lecture. You can recognize this by words like mainly about or mainly discussing. While the GIS purpose is focused on the purpose or reason behind the conversation or lecture. And the clue like why does the student blah blah blah, or what is the purpose of blah blah blah. The second one is detailed questions. Detailed question asks about specific facts from the conversation, and the answers usually clearly stated. You can recognize this by a clue like, according to the professor, what is the cause of blah 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 blah. And remember, they focus on the key supporting points, not small details like numbers or names. The third is function questions. Function questions ask to identify particular meaning of the statement on a given context, because statement can have different meaning depending on the situation given. For example, like, what does the professor mean when he says blah blah blah? Next, organization questions. Organization questions ask how a lecture is structured or how ideas are presented, and they may focus on the purpose of a specific sentence within the lecture. You can recognize these questions by clue like, why does the professor mention blah blah blah. Number 5, connecting content questions. Connecting content questions require you to understand the relationship between different ideas in the lecture. These questions may involve combining information from multiple parts or completing charts and tables based on what you hear. Number 6, inference questions. Inference questions ask you to understand ideas that are not directly stated in the recording. And to answer them, you must pay attention to the context, tone, and clues that suggest deeper meaning beyond the spoken words. And number 7, attitude question. An attitude question focuses on the speaker's feelings or opinions. These are not always stated directly, so you need to listen carefully to the tone of the voice and the way something is said to understand the speaker's attitude. And the last one is categorizing questions. It's require you to group information based on certain criteria. Some of the answers may be clearly stated, while others need to be inferred from the lecture. Now, let's move on to the next material. It's about the differences between paper-based and computer-based listening TOEFL tests. So, the paper-based TOEFL listening test has 3 different parts with about 50 questions. Start from the part B. In this part, there are short dialogues with about 30 questions, and part B, long conversation with duration 60 until 90 seconds, and part C, it's about talks the duration is same like long conversation. While the computer-based TOEFL listening test include 4 types of passage. Start from short dialogues, it consists of 2 until 4 lines of dialogues, and 2 casual conversation, it consists of 5 until 7 lines of conversation, and the third academic discussion, and the duration is 120 until 150 seconds discussion, and the last is academic lecture. The duration is same, 120 until 150 seconds of academic lecture. Next is about general strategies for listening computer-based TOEFL test. So there are some strategies that you can to help you for the listening computer-based TOEFL test. Number 1 is be familiar with directions and format and computer and activity too. And then adjust the audio before starting the test. Number 3 is listen carefully to the audio because it only plays once. And number 4, use the visuals to help you to understand the context. So it helps you to focus on the context. Number 5 is manage your time wisely. Do not spend too much time on the question that you answered off. And the last is avoid careless mistakes. Next, let's talk about skills. There are some skills in TOEFL listening section that can help you if you can master all of these. The first skill is focus on the last line. Focus on the last line means paying close attention to the final sentence of a dialogue, as it often contains the key information needed to answer the question. And the second, choosing answer with synonym. Answers in TOEFL listening section often use synonyms instead of the exact words. So focus on the keywords in the last line of dialogue and look for similar meanings in the answer choices. Next, avoiding similar sounds. Incorrect answers often include words that sound alike but have different meanings. So identify the keywords in the last line and avoid choices with similar sounds. Number 4, drawing conclusions about who, what, or where. Skill 4 focuses on drawing conclusions about who, what, or where by using clues in the dialogue, even when the answer is not directly stated. Number 5, listening for who and what in multiple nouns. When there are multiple nouns in a sentence, it is common for the answers to confuse which noun does what. So you have to be extra careful and need to do more practice. Number 6, listening for who and what in passives. Skill 6 focuses on identifying who or what performs the action in passive sentences, which can be confusing. And here's the tip. Usually, if the dialogue uses a passive form, the correct answer is in active form. And if the dialogue uses an active form, the answer is in passive form. And number 7, understanding negative expressions. Skill 7 focuses on understanding negative expressions where words like not or no change the meaning of a sentence. So you must listen carefully to avoid misunderstanding. Number 8, listening to double negative expressions. Double negatives can appear in one sentence and cause confusion, especially with words like not, no, two negative together, or structures like neither or and either. And the last is listening for almost negative expressions. This skill focuses on almost negative expressions, such as hardly, barely, and scarcely. It means almost none, and rarely or seldom. It means almost never, which indicates something happens fairly. So the conclusion from all of these materials, the TOEFL listening sections test your ability to understand conversation and lectures, including main ideas, details, tone, and implied meaning. It uses natural speech and includes different questions types like guess, detail, function, organization, inference, and categorizing. To succeed, you need good listening skills and effective strategy. Alright, I think that's all enough from me. I hope this video can help you to understand about TOEFL listening section, and please forgive me if there were any mistake in this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.